The name Karbala echoes through time in the annals of history. Few events resonate with the power and poignancy of Karbala. This wasn't just a battle. It was a defining moment where principles stood against tyranny, where faith remained steadfast in the face of persecution. Today we remember Karbala, not just as a historical event, but as a timeless testament to courage, conviction, and the unbreakable spirit of those who dared to stand for what they believed in. Join us as we delve into the depths of this historic event and explore why Karbala continues to inspire and endure through the ages. A day of mourning every year on the 10th of Muharram. The Muslim world observes a day of mourning, solemn reminder of one of the most pivotal events in Islamic history, the tragedy of Karbala. But what makes this day so significant? Why do millions of Muslims around the globe come together to remember the events that unfolded near the Iraqi city of Karbala almost 14 centuries ago? The answer lies in the heart of this tragedy and the profound lessons it holds for humanity. On this day in 680 CE, Imam Hussain, the grandson of the Prophet Muhammad, along with his companions, made the ultimate sacrifice, standing against an oppressive regime led by his cousin Yazid bin Muawiyah. Despite being vastly outnumbered, they refused to compromise their religious and political ideals, choosing martyrdom over submission. For Muslims, this event is more than a historical footnote. It's a defining moment that shaped the course of Islam, establishing principles of justice, bravery, and unwavering faith that continue to guide Muslims across the world. Hussein's legacy. The name Hussein echoes through time, a beacon of courage and sacrifice in the face of overwhelming odds. To truly understand the impact of Karbala, we must look to the heart of this tragedy, the person of Imam Hussain himself. He wasn't just a religious leader, he was a symbol of unwavering principle. In an era when Islam was grappling with the complexities of expanding influence and internal divisions, Hussein emerged as a voice of truth and justice. His decision to stand against the tyranny of Yazid, despite knowing the personal cost, set an unparalleled example of bravery. For Muslims, Hussein isn't just a historical figure. He's an eternal symbol, a guiding light whose legacy continues to inspire acts of courage, selflessness, and resistance against oppression. Understanding Hussein's journey is key to grasping the depth and significance of Karbala. Karbala, where faith meets bravery. To truly comprehend the magnitude of Karbala, we must transport ourselves back to the 7th century CE. Imagine a scorching Iraqi desert, the relentless sun beating down on the parched earth. Here amidst the dunes lies the city of Karbala, a place that would soon become synonymous with sacrifice and bravery. The year is 680 CE, and a group of about 100 Muslims led by the Imam al-Hussein, grandson of Prophet Muhammad, are making their way to the city. Their journey is fraught with peril as they are relentlessly pursued by a much larger force sent by the tyrannical Muslim ruler Yazid ibn Muawiyah. Despite the danger, al-Hussein and his companions press on, their determination fueled by their unwavering faith and commitment to justice. As they approach Karbala, they know they are in for an epic confrontation. But they stand firm, ready to defend their beliefs to the very end. What unfolds next will become a defining moment in Islamic history. A testament to the indomitable spirit of those who stand up against oppression no matter the cost. The heart of Karbala. As the story of Karbala unfolds, we find ourselves drawn to the central figure, Imam al-Hussein. His journey to Karbala was far from a leisurely pilgrimage. It was a deliberate act of defiance against the oppressive regime of Yazid ibn Muawiyah. Yazid had sought to impose his authority on the Muslim community, disregarding the principles of justice and fair rule. Al-Hussein, deeply troubled by his cousin's actions, felt compelled to speak out, to remind the people of Islam's true teachings. However, this act of courage came at a great cost. When al-Hussein and his small band of companions arrived in Karbala, they were met not with open arms, but with hostility and a threat of violence from Yazid's forces. Undeterred, al-Hussein stood firm, ready to defend his beliefs and resist the tyranny he saw all around him. In the heart of Karbala, the stage was set for an epic clash. Not just of armies, but of ideologies, a battle that would test the limits of human endurance and the strength of conviction.
Ow!
The tragic tale of Karbala is a story that has resonated through the ages, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts and minds of millions. Let's revisit the events that transpired in the plains of Karbala, where history took a dramatic turn. That fateful day in 680 CE, Imam Hussain, along with his brother Abbas and a small band of loyal followers, found themselves surrounded by the vast army of Yazid ibn Muawiyah. Despite being outnumbered, their spirits were unbroken. They stood firm, ready to defend their faith and their principles against all odds. The ensuing battle was fierce and relentless. The small band of martyrs fought with valor, each strike of their swords echoing with the principles of justice and freedom. But as the day wore on, they began to run low on resources. The scorching sun beating down on them, making each drop of water a precious commodity. Yet even in the face of thirst and exhaustion, their resolve did not waver. They continued to fight, knowing that their actions were not just for themselves, but for the future of Islam. As the final moments approached, Imam Hussain and his companions displayed extraordinary courage and dignity. They chose martyrdom over surrender, preferring death to compromising their beliefs. Their sacrifice became a powerful testament to the strength of their convictions and the importance of standing up against tyranny. The tragic tale of Karbala is not just a historical event, it's a story of courage, conviction, and the pursuit of justice. It serves as a reminder that the fight for freedom and equality is often arduous. But the principles we stand for are worth fighting for, no matter the cost. Karbala's heroes amidst the tragedy of Karbala, there emerges a constellation of heroes. It's individuals whose bravery and loyalty serve as guiding lights even today. Among them, the names Sayyid al-Shuhada, Imam al-Hussain, and his brother Abu Fazl al-Abbas stand out as beacons of courage and sacrifice. Their story is a testament to the power of conviction and the strength of the human spirit in the face of adversity. Sayyid al-Shuhada, also known as Imam al-Hussain, was the grandson of Prophet Muhammad. He wasn't just a religious leader, but a symbol of unwavering principle. When faced with the oppressive rule of Yazid ibn Muawiyah, al-Hussain chose to stand up against tyranny, gathering a small band of loyal companions. His leadership during the Karbala tragedy was marked by courage, dignity, and an unbending commitment to justice. He inspired those around him to fight for what they believed in, reminding them that even in the face of overwhelming odds, standing for one's principles was a worthy cause. Then there was Abu Fazl al-Abbas, Imam al-Hussein's elder brother. He was a man of immense strength and unwavering loyalty. At Karbala, Abbas played a pivotal role, defending his brother and the larger community against Yazid's forces. His courage was legendary, his every move a testament to the strength and resilience of the human spirit. The story of these martyrs is not just a tale of bravery, it's a lesson in leadership, loyalty, and the pursuit of justice. They remind us that true heroism lies not in physical strength or power, but in the courage of one's convictions and the unwavering pursuit of what is right. Why Karbala matters. In an era where injustice and oppression seem rampant, the story of Karbala offers a beacon of hope and inspiration. But why does the tale of Karbala continue to resonate so deeply in our modern context? What lessons can we draw from this historic event that occurred almost 14 centuries ago? At its core, the tragedy of Karbala is a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. The courage to stand up against tyranny and the conviction to fight for what is right. Imam al-Hussain and his companions, despite facing overwhelming odds, refused to compromise their principles. They stood firm against an oppressive regime, reminding us that in the face of injustice, silence is complicity. Furthermore, Karbala is a powerful reminder of the importance of resilience and perseverance. The harsh conditions in which the martyrs found themselves, the scorching sun, the lack of resources, and the constant threat of violence, tested their limits. Yet they endured. They fought not just for themselves, but for the future of Islam and the hope of a better tomorrow. The legacy of Karbala teaches us that the pursuit of justice and equality is often a long and arduous one, but that the principles we stand for are worth fighting for, no matter the cost. It's a call to action, urging us to be the change we want to see in the world and to stand up against oppression whenever and wherever we find it. Karbala, the battle that defined Islamic morality. The Battle of Karbala, fought in the year 680 CE, wasn't just a military conflict, it was a clash of ideologies, a defining moment in Islamic history. This battle, often overshadowed by its tragic outcome, holds profound lessons for understanding the development of Islamic morality and the evolution of the Muslim community in its formative years. One of the central themes that emerges from the Battle of Karbala is the concept of standing up against tyranny and oppression. Imam Hussain and his companions weren't just fighting for personal grievances. They were taking a stand against an unjust ruler, Yazid ibn Muawiyah, who had disregarded the principles of fair rule and religious integrity. This act of defiance established a powerful precedent, setting a standard for how Muslims should respond to oppressive regimes throughout history. Moreover, the battle highlighted the importance of individual conscience and personal responsibility. Despite the overwhelming odds, the martyrs of Karbala chose to stay true to their beliefs, rather than compromise their principles for personal gain or safety. This act of unwavering conviction set a high bar for ethical conduct, emphasizing the importance of following one's conscience, no matter the cost. However, perhaps the most significant aspect of the Battle of Karbala is the emphasis on the sanctity of life and the abhorrence of violence and bloodshed. Despite being outnumbered and facing certain defeat, Imam Hussain and his companions showed restraint, choosing not to initiate violence unless it was in self-defense. This commitment to non-aggression underscored the importance of preserving life, regardless of one's own safety. It reinforced the belief that while defending oneself and one's community is justified, taking life should be a last resort. The Battle of Karbala didn't just shape the course of Islamic history, it left an indelible mark on the collective conscience of humanity. The courage of the martyrs, their unwavering commitment to justice, and their emphasis on the value of life continue to inspire and guide people of all faiths towards a more ethical and compassionate world.